If you own a Chrysler Pacifica 2017 and up, at some point you're probably going to have to switch out these headlights. Today, I'm going to show you how to do that. Stay tuned. This is the bulb that came with my car. It's a Philips D3S 35W. The little letters are hard to see. Let's see if maybe this will help. No, I don't think that's helping. Anyway, I tried to find a replacement for this, and the cheapest I could find was $130. $130 for this light bulb. And I don't want to pay that. But fortunately for me, a company called AuxBeam sent me these. And they want me to try them out and make a video about it. So sure, why not? Welcome to my first sponsored video, I guess. Anyway, let's take a look inside, see what we got. AuxBeam is a pretty good company so far, from what I can tell. But this particular package is not done very well. It looks like these bulbs were not meant for this package. They don't fit, and the package is a little damaged, but maybe that's just what they're sending me. I don't know. The bulb itself actually looks kind of amazing. It looks very science fiction-y, and not that that matters, but it's kind of cool, and I like things that are kind of cool. And I've noticed that there is a little fan in here. So I guess that helps to keep it cool. And we'll see how that works out. Now, this original bulb, the reason it's so expensive is because it's called HID, high intensity, something that starts with a D. When I was in high school, I was on the stage crew, and we would sometimes have to go into the catwalks and change the light bulbs. And the stage manager warned us not to touch the glass on the bulbs because the oil from your skin will get so hot that it will cause the light bulb to fail. And I noticed that the ones AuxBeam sent me as a replacement doesn't have that glass in it. It's not really a bulb. It's LED. And in fact, on here it says HID to LED. So I don't know what kind of difference that's going to make, but it looks like it's going to be the basic same installation process. She also said she wouldn't let us call them light bulbs. We had to call them lamps. And I asked her, I said, Mrs. B, why do we have to call them lamps? Isn't it the same thing? And she said, when you spend $130 on a light bulb, you call it a lamp. Let's go stick these in the car and see how they look. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace the light bulb that went out in here. Now, if your car is like mine, then this right here, that's the high beam. It doesn't get used very often, so it does not need to be replaced. Over here, that is the HID bulb that is running all the time. And after 4 years, it finally went out, and that's the one we got to replace. So let's get to it. Now, if you did have to replace the high beam for whatever reason, you would do so by accessing this panel back here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's this thing here. Basically, you just grab a hold of that and you twist it and it comes off, pull the light bulb out, stick a new one in, Bob's your uncle. And but that's too easy. What we're going to remove is this one. And in order to access that, we got to come around here and remove some things. So this thing has to come off, and this screw needs to come out. And so we're going to do all of that right now. Let me see if I can get you a good camera angle. All right, here we go. Now remember, when you're working with anything, it's important to always make sure you have the right tool for the job. This is not the right tool for this job. Do as I say, not as I do. Alrighty. Let's get that off of there. There we go. Look at that. Done. And then this rubber thing just comes right out of there. I guess it's covering up this thing over here, whatever that is. And keep it from getting wet, which, you know, probably a good idea. I'm not going to question the engineers on that one. But now that that's out the way, I'm going to show you where we got to go next. Back here. I took that off. That is a fairly good angle. This thing right there. There we go. It's just like the other one over here. Where's my finger? Yeah. So it's just like the one down there, but there's another one over here. And so we just got to twist that and get that out of there. So let me see if I can get you a better camera angle. Well, here's one thing I can show you before I finish the installation. Here's the little plug that I'm going to plug that light bulb into. And it's got these four little holes there. This only has 3 little prongs. But they're not centered. So it matters how you plug that in. So before you jam that plug in there, make sure you have it facing the right way. Here's another thing I want to show you. The bulbs have this little circular plate going around the base here, and there's a little notch cut out right there. So when you insert this bulb into the hole, that notch has to match up, and it's going to be off to one side or the other. So you put it in sideways, and then you give it a quarter turn so that it's straight up, and that's how the bulb goes in. So I'm going to figure out, let me show you that hole I'm talking about. See if that helps clear things up a little bit. Alright, we're going to be upside down here for a sec. So there's where I'm going to stick the light bulb, and there's ooh, and you can see the notch too in the upper right hand corner, right there. There's a little notch. So I got to match that notch, stick that in that hole, and then twist it. Alright, so I got the other bulb in there. I just need to put that little cap back on it and put everything back together, but it's in. And now we're going to move over to the other side and throw that one in there too. To get at it, I took this cover off. Probably not necessary, but I felt like it gave me just a little bit extra space. So I took that off of there. And I've already removed the light bulb from out of there. You see that empty hole there, and there's the plug right there. So now I'm just going to take this new bulb and stick that in there just like I did to the other side. Okay, I suppose since this is technically a sponsored video, I should show you the final results of what this light bulb looks like, this AuxBeam headlight. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I like the color, and it's very bright. Seems to be a wide dispersal. The light goes all the way across the street, just enough to annoy my neighbors. And let's come around front, see what it looks like. Alrighty. Now remember, this is the one we changed right here. That's the normal running light. Over here, that's the high beam. So it's not on right now, because then my neighbors would really get pissed. So that's what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. And you may have noticed, I haven't shown you the other side yet. Well, that's because it's not working. I put that bulb in and it didn't work. But I have since figured out, of course, that it is not the bulb. The bulb probably works just fine. I've already tried putting the old bulb back in, another new bulb. I put that bulb in. None of them work on this side. And I'll get into that in just a minute. Apologies for the poor lighting. I didn't plan to film me anymore. I'm just shooting this part while I'm doing the editing. I wanted to talk about that side that doesn't work. What happened there was that small cord that you have to pull out to plug in the light bulb, I think I pulled it a little too hard and it's messed up the little connector bit. And in order to replace that connector, I have to replace my entire wiring harness across the front of the car. That's the wiring that all of the bulbs are connected to. And that means taking apart the whole front of the car, taking the bumper off, the grille, everything. And I don't have the time or money to do that right now. So I hope you enjoyed the video, but I have to drive around now with one headlight for a while until I get around to fixing that. Heck, maybe that'll be another video, who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got to get that out, and it's not going to want to come out. But before we can even start on that, we have to unplug it. And let's see. Oh. Boy, was I wrong. No, I just said a whole bunch of wrong things.